Wassup Agents, Epic Slayers here, welcome back to a brand new Division video. Today, we're going to talk about the most important change needed in the Division right now. If you agree with me, then drop a like on the video and increase the visibility as much as possible, and hopefully the devs see this one and make the change as soon as possible. With that said, let's do this. Alright agents, so some of you are probably wondering what this change could be that I had to make a video, just one video on this one change alone. And I really do think this change will make a massive difference to PvP in this game, and that's really what it's going to be about. So if you didn't realise at this present time, in the Division you have gear sets, and they can roll up to 1,272 for firearms, stamina or electronics. Now with the introduction of classified gear sets, which are basically improved versions of gear sets, then those rolls can actually roll higher, up to 1,401. Now, at the moment, if you go into Skirmish or into Last Stand, everything is normalised, okay? So what that means is when you go into one of these modes, your gear will automatically be at the highest value it can go to. For example, if you're using a weapon, it will be to the highest sort of base damage that weapon can go to. And likewise with a gear, if you're running like a gear set build, then it will go up to 1272. Every piece of gear will go up to 1272. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are already aware of this. But at the moment, if you go into Skirmish and Last Stand with classified gear on, which of course can go up to 1,401, unfortunately the game actually only normalises up to 1,272, which means you actually lose on a massive amount of value there. If you've got 6 pieces of classified gear on, which you've worked really hard to get, and of course you've had a bit of RNG, but ultimately you've had to work hard to actually get those pieces of gear, and probably a lot of time to invest it, then I don't think it's fair that you should enter, say, Skirmish or Last Stand and have your values drop so significantly to be on par with everyone else. What I actually do propose is possibly in Last Stand everything's normalised, and in Skirmish it's not, and if it is normalised, it's normalised up to 1,401 as opposed to the 1,272 it currently stands. Because again, unfortunately, if you're running classified builds like Classified Striker or any other type of build, obviously with Global Event 3 this week, we've got Predator's Mark, we've got Nomad and whatever, you're losing a lot of value. You look at it, 6 pieces at around 140 per piece, that's 700 stats there that you're losing, which really makes a difference. One of the biggest difficulties with this is actually you'll make a build based on your classified gear and the stats that you've got, and then when you go into Last Stand and Skirmish, a lot of people didn't actually realise that they got reduced down to that 1272, and you know, talents that you were getting or whatever, talents on weapons, you can no longer get those talents because your core stats have been reduced, and your gear isn't actually, you're not getting the benefit out of your gear, so you're having to actually make 2 builds of every piece of gear. So if you're running strikers in, say, outside of Skirmish or Last Stand, then you've got that striker build for, say, Dark Zone or PvE, whatever the case may be. But then if you go into Last Stand and Skirmish and you know it's going to be normalised, you've got another build which where the values have changed so that you can meet the criteria you need with that build. If you understand what I'm saying. Really, I just don't understand it. To me, it seems like a very simple solution, but a very major one as well, because at the moment there's really, apart from the actual gear set talents you get from 5 and 6 pieces, like, you know, with Predators and Nomad and Strikers and all that, there's no value of actually increasing those stats. If you know you're going to only be using those builds in, say, PvP for Skirmish or Last Stand, there's no reason why you should go to optimize that gear or spend all your, you know, your Dark Zone credits, whatever, all your credits, your Dark Zone funds on that gear to optimize it when you know it's going to be normalized down anyway. So there you go. That's an important change I think they need to introduce. Hopefully that's something that will come out into tomorrow's State of the Game. I'm really hoping they address some of these issues in the game. I think this is the most important one that needs to be addressed right now, and it seems to me very simple to do. Just normalise the gear up to 1,401. If you don't want it in both modes, just have it in, say, Skirmish, which is kind of a team deathmatch mode, and then don't have it in Last Stand. But I think it really, actually, it probably should just be in both. Normalise it up to 1,401, and then the people who do use, you know, classified gear sets, because yes, they've got RNG, but they've also grinded their ass off to actually get it. I mean, I can vouch for it. You have to grind your ass off, really, to get classified gear. They, you know, for those people, it should be worth it. They should be able to use those gear sets and that gear in PvP because they've earned it. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. Again, if you did agree with me, drop a like and make this video as visible as possible to the devs, and hopefully they'll look into it. Thanks for all your support, and until the next one, Epic out.